Hi, I'm Kelly from Kelly's Web Designs and welcome to the course, The Easy Way to Optimise Images for Your Website. This course applies to any images that are going to go on any website, and I'm going to tell you all about why optimising images is important. And here's the spoiler, it's so that you can have the smallest file size possible on your server. So why do we want to optimise our images for the web? The main reason is so that we have the smallest file size possible on our server. Every website, every file is contained within your hosting server, and the less files you have in there, the smaller the files are, the faster your server will work for you and the quicker your website will run, which is what Google's after, a fast page speed and a fast loading time. So by optimizing your images before we upload them to your website, you're going to guarantee that you're going to get the best possible optimization for your website out of Google. And I'm going to now dive in and show you how. Let's jump straight in. So all we're going to do is search for GIMP, which is the name of the software. We're going to hit downloads, then download directly, so the orange button, and you should see that the software starts downloading in the corner down here. So just wait for it to download, and then you will install the software just as you install any software onto your computer. You'll hit the install, then follow through everything, just hit next, next, next essentially, until the software is installed and then it's ready to go. Once it's ready to go and it's downloaded onto your computer, we can start editing the first image. So as soon as that's done, come back and we'll get going. So once the GIMP software has been installed onto your computer, simply find it on your computer, open the software, and you'll come to this screen. So this is the startup screen. As you can see, there's nothing really there and you can't really do anything until you import a picture. So we're going to go File, Open, and then I have got an image on my desktop of cupcakes just to show you how it works. So as you can see, the image is now open and it doesn't really tell you how big the image is. Now we all know that we're looking to have the width 350 pixels wide. So to gauge how big we've got the picture already, we're going to go to Image, Scale Image. Now you can see that this is 2500 pixels by 1667 pixels, which is way over the 350 pixels that we're after. Now, you might be saying, why do I need to edit this image? WordPress does it for me, I don't need to bother with all that. The main reason we are doing this is so that we have as few different files on the website as possible. By that I mean that you've got so many files already on your hosting package, on your platform, that we need to minimise the amount of files and the file types and the file sizes that we put onto the hosting as possible, so that our website will run as quickly as possible. And images are one of the things that take up most file space. So by us manually editing the image before it goes into WordPress, you're only going to have one file uploaded. If you weren't to do that and you were to edit it throughout WordPress, you're going to end up with several different files of the same image just at different sizes, which you might not even use all of them. So the best thing to do is to edit outside of WordPress and then upload that image. So that's what we're going to do now. So in the width, you just want to put 350. Then click into the height and you'll see it automatically changes the height for you. It's as simple as that. Once that's done, we don't need to touch the height. As long as the width is 350, that's what we're after. And the reason that we're going for 350 pixels is because if we do that, the image will be optimised for mobiles as well. So there'll be no resizing of the image at all, and it will make your website run a lot faster and you'll get higher results in Google. So once you've hit your 350 and you've put your height in, hit scale, and you'll see that the image is now resized to 350 by the 200 and something that we put in. As you can tell, the image is really small. If you do want to zoom in on the image, hold the control key down and zoom the mouse in. Now place the mouse over the image and it will zoom in on that part of the image. If you scroll down here, it will go to the wrong place. So you do need to centre the mouse on the image, and you'll see that now you've got the right file size and you're ready to export this and upload it to your WordPress website. So if we go to File, now you would normally go Save As or Save a Copy. Within GIMP, what we actually want to do is go Export As. So we want to click Export As. And obviously it gives us the name that the file was already called. So we want to change that to be something that is going to be relevant to where the image is going to sit within your website. So I'm going to call it Cupcake. We now have a new file extension, WebP, which means that your file sizes are smaller than JPEG, but it doesn't actually affect with the naked eye how that image is viewed, because we can only see so many pixels with the naked eye. If you were going to print this image, obviously you would have it in the big resolution. It's just for your website, you don't need anything more. So we are going to just, after the dot, we're going to double click to highlight the JPEG, and we're going to put in WEBP, so WebP. Then we're going to hit Export, Export again, and you'll see that now I have this new image over here called Cupcake. It looks like it's a HTML document, but it's actually a WebP file. I mean, if you double click it, it will show you the image online, which you want to enter in. And then this is the image that you would upload to WordPress into any page on your blog. And that's how to image edit to make sure that you have a 350 width pixel. Now, for your featured images on your blogs, I always recommend that you go 350 pixels by 350 pixels, so you make it a square. And I recommend this because to make your blogs look good, the blog cover page, everything needs to be the same size. So go back to GIMP. So what I'm going to do again, I'm going to open the image the original JPEG image that we started with. And you can tell this is a rectangle. So what we need it to be is a square. So if you go to Image, Scale Image, now we already know that if we put 350 in here, it's only going to be 233. So what we want to do is Image, Scale Image, we want to put 350 in the height. And then click into the width, and you'll see now it's 525 by 350. So the height is 350. Perfect. Then we're going to scale it. And again, we're going to hold Control down and we're going to zoom in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to crop the width so that it matches the height. So to do that, it's this little button up here. So we go to crop and then drag the mouse over the whole entire thing, and you'll see down here in the sizes section, we've got 525 by 350. In the 525, put in 350, then click into the other bit, into the width section, just click into there, then you'll see that it will show you the greyed out section is the bit that is no longer being included in the image. So the bit that is in normal view, normal colours, that's the bit that is going to get saved as the image. Now, obviously that looks a bit off. It'd be better if this cupcake was a little bit more in the centre of this image. So to move the images, it's this arrows up here. We want to click and we want to make sure we hit move. Now we can just click and drag the image to make sure that the cupcake is a little bit more in the middle and that looks a little bit better. And then you do the same as before, File, Export As, Cupcake Square, highlight JPEG, change it to WebP, Export, Export. Now that image is 350 by 350 and ready to be used as your featured image within your blog. And then if you look at the desktop, you'll see here I have the Cupcake Square image to upload to the website. Now, there are other there is one real other type of image that you may want to use on your website, and that's a full width image. So file, open, again, the starting image. Now, as we know, this is 2500 pixels wide. For any full width image that's going to go completely over the full width of the screen, I recommend it being no more than 2000 pixels wide. So again, we'd go into image, scale image, and rather than being 2500, just put 2000 in, click into the height. You'll see that changes the height, and as it's a full width image, usually the height isn't as important. You may want to crop the height down just so it looks better on the website itself, but you may just want to leave it as the height that it is, then scale. So now that is 2000 pixels wide. And if you did want to crop it down because the height was too much, again, you'd go over to the crop section, highlight all of it, so drag and drop the whole way across. You'll see the size 2000 in there, 1334. Say you want that to be 900. Click into the other side, so click into the width so that this greyed out box bit appears. And then you may think, again, like we did with the other one, I want the whole cupcake in it rather than just with the bottom cut out. So we'd go over to the move tool and just drag it up. And you'll see that you can place the cupcake where you like. Now, if you're not great at moving things with your mouse, because sometimes it can just be a bit tricky, you can use the arrow keys on the keyboard, and that will move the image, more manually for you, so that if you needed to move it one click left or right, you can do so. And then again, file, export as, cupcake full, make that WebP, export, and there you go. There's the image that you would then upload to WordPress. So now when you load your blog in, what you would do is the first one that we did would be the image that appeared within the text. The square is for the featured image, and then if you did want a full width image anywhere, my advice would be to be no bigger than 2000 pixels wide. And again, that is so that we can make sure that the file sizes are as small as possible for what we need, so that our website and our server will run as quickly as possible.
There is a little peculiarity with GIMP when you actually close the program down. So I just wanted to show you, just in case anyone got a little bit stuck. So whether you click the cross here on each image to close it down, or whether you click the cross as normal as you would to close a program down, what will happen is you'll get this pop-up. And basically what it's saying is, do you want to discard the changes you've made within GIMP? And the answer is yes, because you've already made all the saves and all the changes and saved all the changes that you need. So you can just go ahead and hit discard changes, and then you'll just be left with the images that you want to upload to the web.
Thank you very much for completing the How to Optimise Your Image for Your Website course. I hope it's been really helpful to you. If you need anything from me, and if you're confused or have any questions, please feel free to email me. My email address is within the PDF handout, and I answer every email and would love to hear from you. So if you've got any queries, problems or questions, please get in touch. Bye for now.